I am water, the silent keeper of life's mysteries, flowing through time and all creation. I am the pulse of existence, woven with earth, sky, fire, and air. Together, we are the breath of the universe, bound in an ancient dance. When I meet fire, I transform. In the sun's warmth, I rise as steam, becoming the invisible breath of life, a cycle of renewal. With air, I am mist, drifting across lakes and rivers, carried by the wind. I am rain in the storm, drops on the breeze, waving through the sky. I return as rain, giving myself to the sky, so that I may fall back to earth, feeding life once more. With earth, I shape and nurture. I am rivers, carving valleys, streams feeding crops, waterfalls dancing over rocks. I am the giver of life to soil, the bringer of abundance. I am more than sustenance. I am a healer, a friend to those in need of ease and strength. In my arms, you feel light. My buoyancy holds you, lifting you up, especially those who find the earth too heavy. For the elderly, for those with disabilities, for expectant mothers, and for those in pain, I am here offering strength, peace, and freedom. Since the first breath in your mother's womb, I've cradled you, carrying you in my flow. I'm not only a source of life, but a place of healing, joy, and liberation. Come and hear the voices of those whose lives I've touched, the healers and the healed. Listen as they tell how through me they have found strength, comfort, and connection.
Hydrotherapy is a form of exercise in the water, especially we do in the swimming pool. The advantage of hydrotherapy, psychologically, it's more of motivating exercise. It's more of recreation. Generally, when you go to like walking or running or gym, generally we discontinue due to soreness or due to pain or sometimes lack of interest. But hydrotherapy is not like that. It has a more physical benefit as well as the mental benefit. It is more of relaxation, and it's a very good form of meditation also, so that it's totally undisturbed exercise in the water.
The basic benefit is you lose a lot of weight inside the water. Example, when a person is weighing 100 kgs, he or she will be around 50% of the weight if they are in their weights level of water. However, if the level increases above the chest, it's going to be 75%. If it is up to their neck, it's going to be 90% loss of weight inside the water. This helps in reducing the stress on the joints, which is on your knees or back or anything else. Whereas, if you are exercising for specific needs like sports performance, the buoyancy inside the water acts as a resistance. Also, there is something called as drift force inside the water, which acts as a resistance for almost every movement in the body. If you are performing exercises on the land, there is something called as concentric and eccentric contraction. Against the gravity will have the maximum impact, whereas towards the gravity will have very lesser impact. Whereas inside the water, it's gonna be both the way beneficial, against the gravity or towards the gravity, because the buoyancy offsets the gravity completely. And that's the specific requirement inside the water, and that's the best nature of the water, which is useful for most of the population, from athletic to elderly and people who are differently abled as well. This helps in enhancing their muscle proprioception, also enhancing their muscle stretch activity, stretchability we call it as. The stretch reflex inside the water is very minimal, so that it helps in maintaining the flexibility and also promotes new muscular skeletal or musculo neuromotor junctional receptor activation as well. So there are a lot of benefits which I have mentioned few among these.
ஒரு போலியோ அட்டாக்லேயோ இந்த மாதிரி சின்ன குழந்தைகள் இதெல்லாம் இருக்குது. நிறையா பேரண்ட்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, வீட்டிலேயே அடைச்சி வச்சிடுறாங்க. அது ஒரு இது மாதிரி. அதனால் இது ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பின்னு ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் மூலமாக பண்ணிகிட்ருக்காங்க. அதில் வந்து பண்ணும்போது என்னன்னா அவங்களோட வெயிட்டே தெரியாது. இப்போ நார்மல் இதை விட அது வெயிட் தெரியாமல் இருக்கும். அதில் பண்ணும்போது நிறைய அந்த அவங்களுக்கு ரெக்கவரி ஆகுது, பாடியிலேயே ரெக்கவரி ஆகுது. இன்னொன்று பிள்ளைங்களும் வந்து அவங்க சந்தோஷமாக அதை இது பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க.
There is a lot of question about what is the correct exact age for entering the swimming pool or hydrotherapy. So since our body is made up of more than 80% of water, and also inside the womb itself our body is meant to be in the water. So people can go from the 3 months to any age. They can get inside the water with some precaution or some with coach or some guidance. So there is no age limit for entering the hydrotherapy pool.
मी 75 वर्षाचा आहे. माझं वय 75 झालेलं आहे आणि मी सुरुवातीपासून लहानपणापासून पोहणं करतो आणि जसजसं माझं वय वाढत आहे तसतसं मी पोहण्याचा व्यायाम बाकीच्या व्यायामापेक्षा जास्त करतो. पोहताना मी काही योगासनंसुद्धा करतो आणि फिरण्यापेक्षा पोहणं हे सर्वात चांगलं आहे. बाकीच्या व्यायामापेक्षा पोहणं हे सर्वात चांगलं आहे, कारण या पोहण्यामुळं सर्व शरीराचा व्यायाम होतो. आणि मला हार्टचाही प्रॉब्लेम आहे. मला डॉक्टरनेही सांगितलं की तुम्ही पोहू शकता, आणि त्या पोहण्यामुळं मला माझा बायपास टळला गेला आहे. मी म्हणजे फक्त कारण बायपास टळण्याचं कारण फक्त पोहणं आहे.
What recently happened has changed my perspective regarding my swimming as well as water therapy. I fell down almost 6-7 feet from height, only on my leg, and I broke almost whatever possible to break in my ankle. So it was a tough time. After I had to go for surgery, complex surgery, and they told me 3 to 4 months you won't be able to walk or do any physical exercise, only in the lying position. When I spoke to my doctor, they were like 3 weeks full bed rest. After that, I went for a partial weight bearing of my leg. So then I just got the idea, why can't I swim? Then I asked my doctor, he said, yeah, 100%. If you can, that's the best thing. So I know swimming, so I just started after 3 weeks itself, and it really helped me out. Water is 800 times denser than the air. So when you are going through the water, that resistance you are getting, and this is only exercise where all your body muscles are working at same time. Once you go inside water, your weight, you feel light-weighted, right? Because there are forces pushing you up by the water. And that's what is needed when you have injuries in the lower limb. We don't want gravity to pull you down. We don't want weight bearing. And that's what happened. Then I started after 3 weeks, when they asked me partial weight bearing, I started swimming. And all the muscles in the legs, everything healed very perfectly well. This is only exercise you can say that you can do from womb to grave.
We also play in the pool. It is like my playground but with water inside. And when I go to class, everybody asks, what's your favorite sport? What's your favorite sport? Everybody says football, cricket, all these sports. But I say one sport, my swimming.
I came to know about hydrotherapy and I really see the difference in it because previously I went to gym. When I went to gym, what happened? I had a lot of pain in my knees. So I was not able to continue there and it lacked motivation also. After 15 days I got disturbed. But when I come to hydrotherapy, it is a fun and also I'm reducing weight irrespective of me knowing that I'm reducing weight. And I really enjoy it, and because I'm enjoying it, I'm continuing it. So that is the hydrotherapy is. I was 136 before, now I reduced almost 12 kilos. Now I'm 124. I'm very happy.
I'm a person like I have hydrophobia. I never used to even take shower in a wall shower and all. So I'm that kind of person. But the swimming changed my life. I felt very independent, the first thing. That never happened in land. But in water, I can go wherever I want without anybody's help. I started enjoying that independence.
என்னுடைய காலில் வந்து ரொம்ப டைட்டாக இருந்தது. தண்ணியில் இறங்கினோடனே அப்படியே ஃப்ரீயாக ஆகிடுச்சு. அப்புறம் வந்து என்னுடைய காலை வந்து நான் சைக்கிள் ஓட்டுற மாதிரி நான் எப்பயுமே பண்ணது கிடையாது. நான் நார்மலாகவே பண்ணது கிடையாது. ஆனால் தண்ணி உள்ள வந்து என் காலை என்னென்ன பண்ணணுமோ அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடிஞ்சது.
ஆக்சுவலி நான் இதான் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் ஸ்விம்மிங் வந்து பார்க்குறேன்றதில் நான் வந்து இதில் இப்போ தான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இறங்குறேன். ஏன்னா இதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து எனக்கும் தண்ணிக்குமே ஒத்துக்காது. தண்ணியில் நான் இறங்கினாக்கா ஒன்று விழுந்துருவேன், உள்ளே தண்ணி குடிச்சிருவேன். எனக்கு வந்து வெளியில் வரவோ இது பண்ண தெரியல, ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி யாராச்சும் எனக்கு கூப்பிட்டாதான். அதனால் தண்ணியை நான் டோட்டலாக அவாய்ட் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருப்பேன். தண்ணியில் ஃபால்ஸில் குளிக்கிறது கூட எனக்கு சேஃபாக இருக்கு, நான் எதிர்பார்க்க மாட்டேன். பட் இந்த டைம் நான் இங்கே வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்விம்மிங்கில் பார்க்குறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச விஷயமே இங்கே என்னென்னா, நான் உள்ளே இன்சைட் ஆகிறதுக்கு எனக்கு ரேம்ப் மாதிரி இங்கே இருக்கிறதுனால என்னால் முழுசாக உள்ளே போயிட்டு என்னால் வந்து தண்ணியை வந்து ஃபுல்லாக அப்சர்வ் பண்ணிக்க முடியுது.
నాకు మల్టిపుల్ స్క్లీరోసిస్ ఆల్రెడీ. ఏ పని చేసినా చిన్న చిన్న పనులు చేయడానికి నేను మొత్తం స్వెట్ అయిపోయి మాకు ఎనర్జీ అంతా లాస్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడ హైడ్రోథెరపీ అంటే చాలా ఎనర్జీ ఉండదేమో అనుకొని నాకు కొంచెం భయంతోనే దూరంగానే ఉన్నా. కానీ ఈరోజు వచ్చి దిగిన తర్వాత చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉంది, చాలా స్ట్రెంగ్త్ పెరిగింది, మంచిగా ఉంది, ఇంకా రోజు రోజు చేయాలనిపిస్తుంది.
எல்லா மாற்றுத்திறனாளிகளும் எல்லா ஜிம்மில் போய் எல்லா ஒர்க் அவுட்டும் பண்ணிட முடியாது. ஆனால் இந்த ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பி மூலிமா உங்களால் நிறைய விதமான ஒர்க் அவுட்ஸ் பண்ண முடியும். உங்கள் கால், கை, முதுகு இதெல்லாமே நீங்கள் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரென்தன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பி வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியமான விஷயம் எந்த விஷயத்துலனா உங்களோட வலியை கூட அது குறைக்குது. இப்போ எனக்கெல்லாம் பேக் பெயின் இருந்தது. இப்போ நான் ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பி பண்ணதுனால எனக்கு அந்த பேக் பெயினும் ஓரளவுக்கு மேக்ஸிமமாகவே இது ரெடியூஸ் ஆகிருக்கு. இது மாதிரி நிறைய பயன்பாடுகள் இந்த ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பியில் இருக்குது. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நீங்கள் வந்து ஹைட்ரோதெரப்பி மூலிமா உங்கள் ஸ்விம்மிங் கற்றுக்கிட்டு நிறைய போட்டிகளில் கலந்து நீங்கள் வந்து நேஷ்னல் லெவல், இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் லெவலில் கூட நீங்கள் வின் பண்ணலாம்.
So after my disability, during initial days, physiotherapist and the doctor advised me to go for exercise because in spinal cord injury there is no medicine which actually work. Only physiotherapy can help you. So they asked me during the counseling and they got to know that I am from Bihar and I know somehow swimming. So then they have actually asked me to go for a swimming because hydrotherapy actually help for the regeneration of nervous system totally. So this actually helped me a lot. Initial days, any spinal cord injury people, they don't have control on their bowel and bladder. Even I was not having the control. But slowly I started doing it, and because of the butterfly stroke, it actually helped me to regain my control on my bladder system. So the water is the best place for me because I feel there complete. I don't feel that I'm a disabled in the water.
Initially, we don't start teaching them swimming skills. We make them to work inside the water with the abilities left. They're all different. A swimming coach has to be, a swimming teacher, aquatherapy specialist has to be intelligent enough and analyze the swimmer, what type of exercises he should be given and what is the disability type. And accordingly, they are improved.
As a matter of fact, this hydrotherapy nowadays used by the visually challenged. So people, now we have a very good training, walking, climbing and other activities for the visually challenged, and now they are in the Paralympic sports also. So hydrotherapy is also one of the avenue for the visually challenged. They can participate, they can do as an exercise, they can even go in the competition.
This swimming pool lift is in our apartment complex. This helps me a lot to enter into the pool and come out of the pool. So all the apartment complexes, if they have this type of facility, it will be helpful for elderly people and persons like me with the disabilities. All the common facilities in apartment complex are public places. They must be accessible. So if you are buying a flat, you check with your builder whether common facilities are accessible or not, particularly whether pool is having pool lift or not. If you are a builder, it's an opportunity for you to promote about your property saying that it is inclusive. So that will be helpful for all. So I need to maintain my health. For that, this swimming helps me a lot. I am able to swim because of this pool lift.
Pool lift is designed to make swimming pool accessible for everyone, with a person of all abilities, so where they can participate in swimming and also in the kind of rehabilitation through hydrotherapy, and they can also be an active contributor to the community.
So hydrotherapy is being used for many years. It's not something which is very new, and water birth has been happening in western part of the world, that is UK, US. They've been adopting water births for many years. In continuation of that, some centers in India also, we are using hydrotherapy for pregnancy and during labor. So even before delivering, I think the hydrotherapy is used for exercising, which allows the patients the exercises in a better way, because there is a lot of muscle relaxation which happens when they are into the pool, and when they're in a relaxed state, they're able to, their performance increases due to buoyancy of being in the water. I think the capability of each woman in doing those particular exercises is little more comfortable for them, and they do it in a little better way. What we've seen is women who are getting prepared not just with hydrotherapy, with general exercises and with hydrotherapy, they are much prepared for the labor. They get into labor easily. The start of labor or getting into without any medical support, I think they are getting into labor easily. And during delivery time, again it's the same. No, the body is relaxed when they are in the warm water. What we use is not a normal cold water, it's a warm water, equivalent to the body temperature. So when we are in a warm water, I think it's very soothing for the body. In general, when we have a hot fermentation or something, your body's pain is little not felt much. The same thing is concept is used here. And also very commonly seen is the endorphin releases. Their body is comfortable, they are little positive, they are little happy. So the endorphins are the happy hormones. The aspect of delivery, I think that is what we've seen out of experience is there is shortened labor time. The woman gets into the pool only after she's in active labor, and there is quick progress of labor, and the delivery happens faster when compared to a woman who's not into the pool. Other thing is the tear which happens during the labor. The episiotomy is a tear which we give to deliver the baby, which is actually not that much required. The muscles are already relaxed, so the tear doesn't happen much, and this is another benefit. And baby wise also, baby has more oxygenation, so there is not much of distress to the baby. So both the woman and the child are much better in health condition and more comfortable. When we deliver a baby through the water, I think there is a fear for women, okay, how can a baby survive in the water? Actually, baby is coming from a pool of water only. Inside the womb also the baby is in water, and then the baby is coming into the tub, which is filled with the same 37 degrees temperature water. And once the entire baby comes out, we immediately lift the baby out. So the first breath the baby takes will be when the baby is shifted outside, so not inside the water. Whom are we allowing for this? I think we allow everybody. We don't look at the age group. Even an elderly woman who's in pregnant, we call anybody more than 35-40 years, we call them as little older age group. Even they are fit. Only thing we look at it is how much they are prepared. During the pregnancy time, they should be completely ready. I mean, they should be mentally and physically ready to do all these exercises, prepare themselves, then get into this. If they are not totally prepared for it, we don't allow them. Otherwise, uncontrolled blood pressure and any other cardiac problems or medical problems if they have, probably sometimes we don't allow them. Otherwise, we allow everybody.
Hi, I'm Aruna Sharma. I'm a partner at poetic Consulting, and I'm an accounting professional, a very busy professional. And I've had 2 normal deliveries with 2 beautiful boys, around 7 to 8 years. My elder one is about 12 years and the younger one is 7. And for both my deliveries, I've preferred hydrotherapy. It's been an amazing experience. I really wanted to recommend this to most of the mothers, and I have actually recommended to most of the mothers. My baby, elder one, was 4.5 kgs of a heavy baby. So technically it was impossible, or normal parlance, people would say this is an impossible normal delivery. So to cope up with that kind of a heavy baby and the pains, I really was suggested to go through hydrotherapy, and that really eased the pains. I was able to very seamlessly go into the active labor. So once I went into the tub and when I relaxed, I think I was more confident to deliver. I mean, before that I almost gave up. I didn't want to go into the normal delivery because I thought it was too tough. I wasn't able to take the pain. Then once I went into the tub and they started pouring hot water onto my belly, it started relaxing my muscles, and it also had that as they call a happy feeling, that I wasn't really stressed anymore. So in that situation, I could regain my confidence that I will be able to deliver normally. And then from then onwards, it was a seamless process, and I went into the active labor and I delivered. So with that experience, I chose that I should take the hydrotherapy for my second kid, who is 7 years apart, my elder one. And that was, since it is a second one, it was very easy, and I didn't feel the pain. I was very confident. I knew what was happening to my body, and I delivered it very normally. I mean, the second one took hardly 4 hours, and maybe I want to add more. My first one was about 18 hours of a delivery, so which was a very gruesome, very painful. Had it not been for the hydrotherapy, I wouldn't have been able to really get through the entire process.
So Watsu is one of the best ways in which you can bring your nervous system into a state of balance. It is one of the best tools available to work with your stress and reduce it. Watsu, the way it is designed is that it's done in warm water, which acts as an amniotic fluid. And the kind of movements that we do a lot of cradling movements. The idea is that we bring a person into their safe space, and once they have entered that space of safety, once they feel that they're safe in their bodies, it becomes very easy to sort of release whatever tension, whatever stress, whatever emotional things that they need to release in water. And that is what, at the crux of it, we are trying to do. We are trying to create a safe space for someone to come and to actually just release whatever is holding them back. And yes, I think over the years we have seen phenomenal results with this. We have seen people who have a very hectic, a very stressful life come into a state of complete balance, really center themselves, and really, improve their quality of life. And so, yeah, I think Watsu is one of the best ways in which you can really calm your entire body down, really relax yourself. Um, the way it is a little bit difficult to do on land. So think of it as a meditation. And for people specifically who aren't able to really meditate so much, this is one of the best environments in which they can go into that meditative state.
There are special conditions like we have to take a lot of precautions. Sometimes we have to avoid the exercise in the water. The first and foremost is those who have any skin issues. We need to get a screening from the dermatologist and other medical doctors to get the clearance before getting inside the water, because the water is highly treated water. One is natural water, you can swim in the natural area, but most of the time hydrotherapy happen in the swimming pool where the treated water, where the skin condition may not suitable for the individual. You need to get the clearance from the dermatologist, any form of skin condition. Unless if there is any scar, no problem. But any other form of other skin issues, definitely you should get the letter from or screening from the dermatologist. And other precautions like those who have a intellectual challenge, people from children or elderly people, depends on the challenge. They can avoid the swimming pool, and with a minimal intellectual challenges, they can take the guidance of the coaches or physiotherapists in the pool on one-to-one basis, not on an independent basis, at least during the initial phase of the swimming or hydrotherapy. So these are all the basic things. And those who have a chronic wheelchair bound, like a spinal cord injury, or those who have a bladder bowel disturbance, definitely you should get your routine, so without disturbing the ecosystem of the water. Or if you have really a issue of the bladder and bowel, you can get a clearance, or if you're not confident enough to enter the pool, definitely you should avoid the hydrotherapy pool. So basically hydrotherapy, other aspect is, it is like a group therapy. So this will be motivating for all age group, and also this is a very injury-free exercise, and also most safer exercise anyone can practice. There's a tremendous benefit, not just to your joint, not just to your muscle. It's just the overall, it will change any form of metabolic disease like BP or even diabetes will be useful in this hydrotherapy. And also those who are having a really stressful job, either in the IT or sports or any form of intensive work, those are involved in stress, this will be more beneficial for the individual.
Remember me not only as water, but as your companion in well-being. I am water, the flow of life, the gentle force, the timeless friend. I am here for you forever.